YouTube, it's that time of the year. It's the end of the year, so we got to talk about what's the best phone of 2023, as well as I got a lot of phones that I've used over this year that we're going to be talking about. My favorite tech of 2023, all of my mobile tech, you know what I mean, from accessories to phones to a couple other things, tablets and so forth. And there's a lot of great deals on a lot of this tech here, so if you haven't, you know what I mean, close your list. I got you. I'm going to save you a couple bucks. But nevertheless, let's just talk about and get to the bottom of the best tech of 2023 up to the best phone of 2023. I think where we're going to start off first is with foldable tech. A lot of my foldable tech is here. Some of it's new to me. Some of it has grown on me. Some of it is what it is. So, yeah, we got a lot of foldable phones right here to discuss. All except one. I didn't get the certain one. I would have loved to, but somebody at the one people and let them know, give CJ a device next time. But let's start here with the Razer Plus. This is a new one for me. And I picked it up because they had a great deal on it for 300 bucks off. And I want to touch every foldable flip, everything as far as these devices go. Like, I can't talk to you about the Z Flip 5 if I have not tried the Z Flips 5 direct competition. So I went and grabbed this, and from the perspective of this device, I can only give first impressions, but they are quite positive. I mean, it's an Android device, you know what I mean? I went and put my Nova launcher setup on here. So I got the typical Nova launcher experience. It's snappy. This panel looks great so far. The build quality is actually pretty nice from what I'm seeing so far. I love their frosted backing. It kind of almost feels like a skin on the back. Well, not really, but it's matte glass, and it feels just so good. I actually do appreciate their front panel and like the sizing and just keeping it symmetrical in the sense that it's a full square versus the aqua cutout we got with Samsung. I don't know, it feels a little bit symmetrical, but then it's also like, you know, you got the massive rear cameras right there. But, you know, on devices like this, we get that privilege of being able to record and see ourselves with the main camera. So I love that. So yeah, like I said, 300 bucks off. Why not try it? I will be possibly giving an updated perspective on this device, but that's the main reason I went and grabbed it. I mean, I have to experience everything. And it also gets me into the realm of Motorola and what they are still doing. So to be continued on this one as far as my true perspective, but hey, a heck of a deal. Now, the Z Flip 5. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, hold on. I've been a huge Z Flip fan. I had a mishap with the Z Flip 4, which was documented on the channel, and I came back for the Z Flip 5. And the Z Flip 5 to me is a great offering. We finally got a larger outer panel. The only thing that was disappointing to me with these outer panels, and the same goes with the Motorola Razer Plus, is they're not full on outer like home screens. Yes, you can use apps on them, but it's kind of like these outer panel use cases aren't really full on experiences. Like, they're not full panels. They're not like the outer panel on the Pixel or the outer panel on the Z Fold 5. And that was like kind of one of those things that was like kind of disappointing. I can't have a separate home screen for here, even though you technically do. It's just, it's more widgety. It's more smartwatch-ish versus like full on, you know, experience on the outer. But they came in lighter, and I have the matte backing version, which to me is the best version, which has the matte black sidings. These are really nice. So very light, very well put together. I do have my wants in the area of me wanting, you know, Samsung to turn it up in the hardware department of cameras and, you know, just all around offerings on these devices. But I understand they sit in a certain pocket. Flip phones are back with a new twist, and, you know, they're maybe not meant to be full-on flagship. But at the end of the day, there's a great deal on the Z Flip 5s as well, where you get 150 bucks off via Best Buy. There'll be link in the descriptions to all of these deals that I talk about in this video. But the Z Flip 5 is a solid flip device. For me personally, I just want a little bit more buffed out. And those were my conclusions and thoughts for 2023 for this device. Yeah, I kind of like lost the enthusiasm I had in the Z Flip 4 going into the Z Flip 5 because it was just kind of meh. But I'm not saying the device is wrong. It's just for me. That's my personal take. You guys got to remember, have my personal take. Then we have the reality and the collective, and you have your personal take. So live off of that. So if your gut tells you you want one of these Z Flip 5s and you want to save 150 bucks, go ahead and do it. I think it's a great device. I got this nice like aramid type case on here, super light. I just love how lightweight, compact, and convenient this phone is. It's still a favorite of mine. Even though you guys hear me cooking it because I'm like, oh, it doesn't have, you know, the flagship features that I want, it's still a favorite of mine. Like deep down, it has a place in my heart. I just gotta, you know, I gotta put on tough, you know what I mean? So Samsung put on for us. You get me? You see where I'm going with this? Let's carry on. In the realm of foldables, this was probably one of the biggest debates and fights and back and forth, Pixel Fold and the Z Fold 5. I know there's another foldable that came out late 2023 that just shook up the space. Again, like I said, OnePlus, holla at your boy. But we got the Z Fold 5 and the Pixel Fold, and I'm gonna start my discussion with the Z Fold 5, which right now, there's a crazy deal for 300 bucks off if you wanna grab a Z Fold 5. That's a steal. The Z Fold 5 is the Z Fold. You know what I mean? It's refined, it's well developed, well put together. We got One UI 6.0 now with the latest Android. It's a clean, smooth experience. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, the sauce. My main thing with this one, my true thoughts for 2023, if I'm just being honest, as I always am, brutally honest, unfortunately, and some people take it to heart, but hey, that's on them. I just feel like for the Z Fold to win over more and for the Z Fold just to win flat out right, I think they need to take a different design direction language in this outer panel. Just for me personally, there's nothing wrong with it. I see a lot of you guys defending it. A lot of people have told me why they prefer this, why they love the one-handed use, and it's all valid. This is the one-handed foldable phone of the market. You get your S Pen, you get it in. And that's a great, well put together device. Some of the brightest and most beautiful colored OLED panels, whether it's the outer or the inner AMOLED, you already know Samsung brings the best screens to the yard, and that does not change with the Z Fold 5. I've made countless videos, if you guys haven't seen them, about the Z Fold 5, and I've given nothing but flowers to this device because it is the most well-rounded, well put together foldable on the market. It is the most developed device in the market, and it's arguably the best foldable, arguably. And then we have to talk about the Pixel Fold. Whew. This has a huge place in my heart. Oh, by far, probably my favorite foldable release of 2023. Now, this thing has a crazy deal of 350 bucks off right now, which is a steal. Now, a lot of people have their reserves because it was a first gen release. Some people are, you know, maybe feeling a little more comfortable with a Gen 5 Fold versus Gen 1. And those are all fair remarks. There were a lot of constructive critiques to help improve the next iteration of the Pixel Fold. But still, yet and all, even with everything about it, its weight, you know what I mean? I still love it. This front panel sizing is the panel sizing for foldable phones. That's my opinion, and I'll continue to stick to it. You do a wider outer panel because this is what we're used to. You give us the option to fold in to the larger tablet panel when we want to, and you service the dual purpose of a foldable device. Some people argue foldable devices are only to be used open, but why else is there an outer panel? It's to be used in both ways, which is why both experiences need to be just as good as one another. And that's why I fell in love with the Pixel Fold. It's great premium build quality. It's super clean, crisp software UI experience with the Pixel launcher. You know, that pure Android, which is a thing. I just loved it. I don't know why. I couldn't even really tell you. I can't even really pinpoint why this Fold just stole my heart, but it did. And it still has it. So in terms of foldable phone of the year, for me, again, I didn't try the other one. You guys know which one I'm talking about. That's why I keep putting emphasis on one. From out of these four that I've actually had physical experience with, the foldable of the year for me. Remember, you can disagree all you want. Go ahead and leave it in the comment section below because you're probably right. Pixel Fold. Oh, what? What? I've already said that the Z Fold 5 is the most well-rounded, best all-around foldable device. But again, for me personally, my heart just lives here. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. But this was my favorite fold of 2023. My favorite fold, okay? Relax. No, I haven't tried the OnePlus Open. I want to. Boom. So that is my foldable conclusion for the year. Let's get into some more mobile tech. We got some phones to talk about, you guys. I got a lot of phones in front of me. I got the big boys in front of me. Hold on. I got to get my organic peach green tea in before we get into this section because it's about to get hot and spicy. I don't really drink like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of my favorite smartphone, non-foldable phone tech of 2023. All right, the first device up for discussion, one of my favorite phones of 2023 is the Sony Xperia 1.5. This is the creator, the camera lovers smartphone for sure. This is a phone and camera made by a company that makes amazing cameras. And this has one of the most ridiculous 4K OLED panels. There's no, or not many, smartphones with a 4K OLED panel. And why is it 4K OLED? Because you can use this device to double as your camera monitor with your Sony camera. Super clutch. And not only that, the Camera Pro apps in here are really pro. If I tap Cinema Pro right here, and you guys look, you can run Sony Venice colors. You heard me right. For my camera nerds that know, the Sony Cinema look you can get out of this phone. Even if you go into just Video Pro, all of the pro settings you can want and need. And it has a dedicated shutter button. You guys can see. And the quality out of this camera, the quality out of the camera settings are top tier. That's why this is one of my favorite smartphone devices, mobile devices of 2023. And it just so happens this has a deal on it as well. I think almost everything's on sale except for one company, but this has $300 off if you hit the link down in the description below if this has any interest to you. Just to me, again, this is the creator's phone. This is the creator's sidekick. It may not be the phone of all phones, but honestly, for creators that have Sony cameras, it's a good sidekick. And we'll just leave it at that. All right, next up on my favorite phones of 2023 on the list, we got to talk about the Google Pixel 8 Pro. In that babe blue, might I add, with the babe blue Pixel Watch 2. Bars, okay? And there's definitely a deal on the Pixel 8 Pro. 20% off of this bad boy, which means $200 off the Pixel 8 Pro via the link down in the description or comment section below. But Google has done it again. I actually just recently dropped a poll asking you guys, why do people like Google Pixel phones? Just curious, because there's a lot of key areas that you hear people talk about, which is obvious that the camera is a big reason why people love the Pixel device. That was like the biggest reason back in the days. But they also have great software and AI in there that just gives you an experience in the realm of software and the future and where it's going that's very apparent on these devices. And then there's the pure Android. For the pure Android enthusiasts like myself who come from the Nexus 6P, you know, those Nexus days where we had other manufacturers make the phone, but Google gave the pure Android experience. These are the reasons why people love the Google Pixel. And those are the reasons why people and why I love the Pixel 8 Pro. A lot of great software and AI innovation in this device. A lot of great offerings in the camera department as far as the improvement from the previous generation. A newer Tensor G chip as well. And just a new Pixel. Like, it's acting totally different. We got the frosted back, finally. After years of that super slippery, dated technology, the Pixel 8 Pro finally came to play and compete with the other flagships in this arena. So I definitely appreciated this device. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely got it swagged out. And I definitely put a lot of use time and some reasonable runtime in 2023, as I do all of my Googles. But I'm not gonna lie, the Pixel Fold got the most runtime in the Pixel realm for me for 2023. But the Pixel 8 Pro is still a solid device. It gave us one of the brightest OLED panels. It did really, really good this year. It hit a nice sweet spot. You know, the Pixel 7 Pro had like a rocky, you know, road, even though for me, the Pixel 7 Pro just did just fine. But again, on Android, it's hard to say. A lot of things get fragmented. A lot of people have crazy softwares that they're running, and everyone's experience and mileage varies. It's about to get spicy, you guys. Ooh. Where do we go next? Y'all see what's on the table? The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. What a year for the Ultra S device. Oh my goodness. That Samsung, that Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. Man, that fine tuning, that battery, baby. That battery life. It's the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which I think we're going to get the same 5,000 milliamp battery next year. But it was finally optimized, and it finally gave us what it was supposed to and what it should have given us all of these years. That's why the most improved, the most impressive, what possibly might be the best phone of 2023 is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, in the beginning, I gave it buckets. I had my jokes and my fun about it too, because from a physical perspective, not much changed from the S22 Ultra. But that's okay, right? I mean, we deal with it. I've dealt with it. We all deal with it, whoever chooses to use iPhones. But it's a known thing with Apple, not the thing with Samsung. So when they did it, it was like, but I understood why they did it. So I poked fun just for my Samsung Knights out there who've been talking crazy for all these years. Put your swords away, relax. We on a good segment and talk. And not only was this S23 Ultra a beautiful thing, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, the classic Galaxy Watch. Hold up, get it in focus. Camera, what are you doing right now? I know it's a lot of things on the table. It's having a hard time focusing. I got so many beautiful things on this table. We got our bezel back, baby. We got our bezel back, baby. We got our bezel back with that custom watch face. Watch 6 Classic, another device that has a sale and a deal right now. So I also had the Watch 6 aluminums. I have them. I don't want to pull them out because I'm more of a stainless steel user. But for the aluminums and even for the stainless steels, you can save up to $70 depending on which size you go with via the links down in the description below. And I forgot to mention with these smartphones, the purchases, they're giving away $50 gift cards and things like that. It's a lot of good deals going. So hit the links down in the description below. They will be updated. Let's see if the S23 Ultra has a deal. And I'm quite sure there's something up the sleeves. Oh, $150 off of the S23 Ultra via the link in the description below, the one for Best Buy. So yeah, save $70 on a Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, which I highly recommend. You guys know I'm a smartwatch guru. It's the best smartwatch on Android. And if you pair it with a Samsung Galaxy of this magnitude, the S23 Ultra, which you could get $150 off. Man, no man. This right here is a cold little ecosystem. I would grab my Buds 2 Pro and add that in the mix, but you know, you get the message. And I'm pretty sure those are on sale too. Links down in the description below. It's hilarious, man. It's just mad deals. But on a serious note, like real talk, the S23 Ultra was probably my most impressive device of 2023. I was quite impressed and floored by the performance, by the battery, by the efficiency. Because on Android, efficiency and, you know, battery life and things like that, it was just hit or miss. Even with Google sometime, the, you know, native pure Android device had some growing pains. But here, man, there was little to no pain. Best panel. Snappy updates. That's another great thing I love. I have the One UI 6.0 running on here and the latest Android 14. And these security patches, these updates have been on a great schedule this year from Samsung, even with the foldable devices. So Samsung did their thing in 2023. And this by far is their best thing, the best thing that Samsung offered to us in 2023. But is it the best phone of 2023? Before I answer that, let's talk about our next device. Our next favorite device of 2023. And I mean, you guys know, you guys see it right here. Where else could I have been going? The iPhone 15 Pro Max for sure, and the 15 Pro for sure. You feel me? Both of these devices, well received by me and the audience and the people. And for very good reason. No, the design did not change much from previous, iPhone designs. But there's nothing different with Apple because they're more about refinement. And that's what they did with these devices. They refined the you-know-what out of them. And, we got the titanium infused aluminum. We got the new action button. We got the new 5X lens. We got the Apple ProRes log. These were the refinements that were needed to the iPhone just to help take them to that, next level. And these were well received. Despite all of the fake cap, hate in the beginning and wannabe gates, these are doing it. And again, for those who may be questioning durability, I've been rocking these no case every day, all the day. You know what I'm saying? No problems at all. Very durable, in my opinion, from what I've done. I'm not dropping them on concrete because it's stupid. It's glass. Of course it's going to break. And I mean, come on, you guys. But great device of 2023. And another favorite of mine of 2023 that dropped alongside of this was the Apple Watch Ultra 2. The Apple Watch Ultra 2, I know for sure, is on sale right now via the link down in the description below. If you want to know how much off, I'll let you know. This, along with the Apple Watch Series 9, which I reviewed on the channel as well and helped you guys pick the right size, are all on sale. With you getting $70 off of the Apple Watch Series 9 collection and $50 off the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Now, here's another thing. You guys may have seen the news right now. Apple has to put a pause on the sale of Apple Watch Series 9 models and Apple Watch Ultra 2 models from the Apple website. But all third-party sites, which is the site that I'm pointing you to, a third-party site that has the sale on them, which Apple does not have a sale on them. They rarely ever do sales. You can get these still, even post-ban, you'll still be able to buy them via the link down in the description below. So if you want an Apple Watch Ultra 2, you want an Apple Watch Series 9, you're afraid that, oh man, Apple's finna press pause, I'm not gonna be able to get them. You can via the site that I'm gonna link, but you need to get them while they last. It's serious. You don't wanna miss out on your favorite or the latest Apple Watch just due to this crazy legal dispute. We're not gonna get into the details of that, but again, it's a real thing. Apple will be pausing them very soon as far as Apple's website, but I'm not linking you to Apple's website. I'm linking you to a site where you can actually get these on sale. So hit the link down in the description below and finally pick up your Apple Watch Ultra 2, which I highly recommend. You guys know I'm a smartwatch guru. I'm not going to tell you nothing this cap. If you don't want to spend the Apple Watch Ultra 2 money, that's fine. They have the Apple Watch Series 9, which you can get in various materials, and you can have a far better bargain in the aluminum with them, and you can still save money. So get your $70 off with the Series 9 or $50 with the Ultra 2. Now back to the 15 Pro. Is there a sale on these? Let me look. I wasn't expecting it. The refinements were the right refinements with this device. Are there a few things that people could have wanted? That's with every phone, of course. Nothing is perfect, but the 15 Pro Max by far, is a strong, if not the contender for best phone of 2023. So now, who does it come down to? These two, obviously, for best phone of 2023. I mean, unless you see it otherwise. If there's a phone that I'm not holding in my hand that you think is best phone of 2023, leave it in the comment section down below and tell me why. These right here, the most improved, the most impressive device of 2023 was the S23 Ultra. The most refined, like fine wine, device of 2023 is the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So it's like, it's tough. Who do you give it to? Do you give it to what's refined and has always been consistent and has upheld that and actually done it extremely well? You know what I mean? One of the best chips for power and all of that stuff of any phone on the market. Industry leading for sure. Or do you give it to the most improved, the most shocking device? I was very amazed at the battery life that the S23 Ultra gave, and I'm still amazed by it. Man, this is a tough decision right here, you guys. But you guys always be like, why you won't pick one? Sometimes, in my verses, I leave it up to you because it's your choice. Like decision or my opinion doesn't matter. But since you guys want my opinion, I guess I'll give it to you. Well, CJ, shut up and just give us the opinion. My favorite phone, my pick for best phone of 2023. Dang, man, it's so hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to give it to the S23 Ultra. For real, but I'm gonna give it to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Oh, I know. Oh, Apple sheep. Oh, the disappointment. Oh, the Samsung Nights. Y'all got your swords out. Come on, bro, man. Nah, man, don't come. Man, listen, I need my fingers, man. I need to keep doing this. Listen, I'm sorry. All right, let's continue on. There's some other cool tech, mobile tech that I want to get into real quick, some great deals. So I'm gonna just try to shoot through it really quick, you guys. Yeah, that's my choice. That's my choice. A lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh, I knew it. It's Apple sheep or whatever. It's not that. I really want to give it to the S23 Ultra. I wish I could give a draw. Like, cause it really is like that. Like, honestly, the S23 Ultra deserves best phone of 2023. I'll say that. That's the realest thing I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna give it, for me personally, what I saw as my, best phone for 2023, it was the 15 Pro Max. Sorry. All right, my next favorite piece of tech, and even though it's not new tech, it doesn't mean that it can't be my favorite tech of 2023, the iPad mini. Oh my goodness, the iPad mini. Me and the iPad mini 6 got something going on for sure. We got like major Apple deals. Okay, so $100 off the iPad mini 6. Even though we are still wanting and awaiting the next upgrade, and I don't think Apple's in any rush because this is doing the job and it's kicking butt. This is the fan favorite of iPads among iPads. And I just want a pro version of the iPad mini, and I'm good. This is the perfect size of everything. But you could get $100 off of the iPad mini 6 on certain models. So hit the link down in the description below and check it out. As you guys can see, my case is dirty because this thing roll with me. This thing is for real. This thing is sturdy. iPads, in my opinion, are great mobile companions. My favorite iPad is the Mini 6. My next favorite piece of tech of 2023, even though they didn't come out in 2023, but these are still being championed. Again, the price point is ridiculous, but the price point is reduced at this point. There is a sale on these, and these are not for everyone. I even argue with C-Kid that I feel like these should have been cheaper, in my opinion. Yes, they're one of my favorite over-the-ear devices. I use them all the time. The connectivity, the ease of use. These are well put together and well made. It's a crazy price to swallow on these. So I'm in no way encouraging you to break the bank if you don't have it. This is for those who have it, but I think for those who can enjoy them and care to, because obviously everyone can argue that you can get better for cheaper and stuff, and I won't ever argue against that. But as far as the AirPods Max go, the sale right now that you guys can get is $70 off, which brings these down from $550. I can't believe those was $550. That is crazy. My God. I don't even feel right talking about those. They're just so good, and they're my favorite travel companion. Like, I throw them. I got this new case right here, but I shamelessly love them. But let me give you a real solution for audio, a more affordable and a realistic price point. The AirPods Pro 2, especially if you guys get the new ones with the USB-C on them. These things are great. The new extra small tips made these finally a go for me, and I've been using these all year 2023. So hands down, the AirPods Pro 2 are my go-to audio solution when I was talking on the phone, FaceTiming, and so forth on the go. These are my go-to. These are just super clutch. But again, when I'm traveling on the airplane, you can use these. You can get away with these, but I prefer to use the AirPods Max, but those are just ridiculously priced. Now, AirPods Generation Pro 2. Is there a deal on them? I don't even know. Let me check because I'm just throwing deals out here. Whoa! $50 off the AirPods Pro 2, and I can stand behind these, like genuinely worth the price. AirPods are the top selling wireless earbuds for a reason, and it's all justified. As someone who's an audio engineer, and I appreciate it. Yes, there are more audiophile solutions, but it's all about convenience when you're on the go in the mobile, unless you're that deep into audio. You feel me? All right, so this right here is just my favorite mobile smartphone tech of 2023 that I've been using. I'm gonna do a EDC, like my real EDC, so you guys can know what I'm really carrying when I go out and, when I travel, when I'm here and there. I'm really about to make one of those videos, and I got some dope EDC tech that I carry. So hate it or love it, these are my top 2 picks for 2023, and this is my top one. Mic drop, I'm sorry. Ooh. You technology snobs, I done just about had it with all of y'all. Listen, duck.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights, is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night.